anytime I watch something about Michael Jackson or the Jackson family, I'm typically always at some point learning something new.
Gotcha.
Like the guy Bill,
Yeah,
they've
the
never
driver.
mentioned
Yeah.
Bill. And once again, I was saying this to like my like the older people in my family, like, you don't know about Bill? No, I didn't. I never seen
didn't
Bill
know.
nowhere. He wasn't in the Flex movie.
Right.
He wasn't in
He wasn't in the
Jackson 5 American Dream movie.
Right.
Which was the real good one.
Never heard of this before.
Right.
So as I'm watching the movie, I don't like to. I'm a Googler, but I don't like to ruin the movie for myself.
Gotcha.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, this light skin came from somewhere. Like, and now I'm thinking, like, in my writer's mind, I'm like, oh, maybe he's just a literary vehicle. He's a vehicle to elicit
Right.
emotion. I Googled the popped right up, looking like the real. I said, well, I learned something new. So attention to detail was on point. And that Jafar, man,
He did a really good
that
job.
boy to
Yeah.
be the son of an op and to still hit that mark.
The son of
Son
a
of a op.
op.
Well,
Yeah, you know his
Jermaine and
mother-
Michael don't with each other. Well,
I
Michael
mean,
don't nobody.
But he's still the nephew of the king.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
why.
that's kinda-
He's a
that's
nephew
why it's-
twice over.
You would call him
He's a
an
nephew
op?
twice over.
It's crazy.
You would call him an op?
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, Jermaine, they died and they was beefing when they died.
And he clearly still beefing with his hairstyles because who
Oh,
are you
there you
running
go.
around with all that Beijing flipping down that forehead? Jermaine.
Well, I was conflicted because I'm a Michael Jackson super fan.
Okay.
I love, like, I'm a fanatic, and I got my pops, but
That's hilarious.
and I thought that the performances by Coleman Domingo,
Oh, yeah.
Nia Long, and Lorenz Tate, the dude who played Quincy, was also phenomenal.
For a while, I was thinking it was the dude for Insecure, but it's not him. It's not Nate, whatever his name is, somebody else. But he did. Everybody
Yeah.
did.
It was the dude from Insecure.
It was Nate.
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah. So he
bugging.
did it. It was phenomenal acting.
Yes.
But and Antoine Fuqua is one of my favorite directors. I'm like, yeah, he can do no wrong. But I didn't like the film, and I
You
felt
didn't like it?
I felt like it jumped from scene to scene. I didn't see a thread between a lot of it, and I didn't necessarily need to learn more. I feel like I know everything about Michael Jackson, but I feel like they didn't fill in those gaps. Like, I know Janet and Rebe didn't want to be in it,
Right.
but the fact that the family just existed without those two was weird. The Diana Ross storyline,
You're ruining this for
I
me.
think it's too important for it not to be there. And who Diana Ross is and was.
Okay.
Michael.
I'm with you 1,000%.
So there were a few things, not to cut you
Go
off,
ahead, go
sorry.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm going to segue and then you can pick it up.
Yeah.
There were a few things missing. One of the things missing was the allegations. I've read all about this.
No.
So you're talking substance. I'm talking process.
Substance.
Well, no.
Okay.
I think
The allegations we can't say for sure is missing yet because the film stops. I'm gonna ruin it for you.
No.
The
The
film-
allegations with Diana are from.
I think you were
No,
talking
no,
about.
no, no. I'm talking about the overall Michael Jackson
Well,
allegations.
the film
Oh.
stops in '88.
Oh,
Remember the allegations
so
don't
you
happen till
are
90
ruining
something.
it for me.
Yeah.
Well, you told me that I wasn't.
Film stops in 88?
Film then it says, and then it does a very Marvel continuation.
It
At the end,
like
it says
his story
continues.
I don't like
Wow.
that.
So they want a part two?
Well, it's already
or
in
what's going
the
on?
part 2 is already in pre-production.
Okay.
I just don't know how they tell the part two when the estate has that injunction against.
So that's what I'm saying. And now that you said it about what was missing, when I got home, that's what I kept saying. I said, it felt empty. But then I realized, once I realized Janet and Rebe wasn't in it
That is
because
very
they
weird.
requested not to be in
Right.
it, I said, oh, Antoine Fuqua, you can't do this movie. You like these.
Right.
You can't be friends and do a story this important.
Right.
Oh,
Like
that's
if
a
you're
good
gonna
point.
if you're gonna do it, you gotta buck. Think of every good biopic or loosely based on a true story. It always pisses somebody's in somebody Whitey Bulger, the Titanic,
Right.
the Temptations,
Right.
any
Diddy.
of these movies. Was what?
Diddy.
I didn't know Diddy movies.
Yes, the surviving Diddy.
No, I'm
One that-
talking about
one that-
theatrical films, man.
Okay.
But like you think of any of those films that are good,
Right.
there always was the
Right.
real people in the story. Everybody love it. Everybody because you know what? It's
So you can't be objective. If I'm friends with you, I can't be objective
because
about your story.
I'm
right.
I'm acknowledging the friendship more than I am the craft.
Right.
Which is
and I think that's what it did. Jafar did a great job.
He's the standout of the film.
That was the whole point of the film, and that's why Janet didn't want no parts of it, and that's why I'm on the fence about going to see it, because I feel like of all of y'all, Michael, some of y'all, he ain't rock with y'all, but he know who he did rock with? Janet. So if Janet don't like it, I don't think I like it. Like,
Yeah, Janet and
that's
Randy.
why I'm not
So
agreeing with
did
even
Janet
Well, Janet didn't say
say
she didn't like
anything?
it. She just said she,
Janet's
I know she doesn't wanna
not
be in it.
involved.
but
Randy,
she did speak well of Jafar.
Okay.
Because why she gonna talk? These are media trained. You know she'll say F him, his hairline, and his son. No, she gonna say no. I don't think. And she's very soft spoken. I don't like this. I don't like that. She gonna keep it clean. But in real life, she feels like Beijing brother is being rude, and he's only doing this to help his son Jafar be Aladdin, the star of the show. He wants to catapult his career. It was all about the reenactments and how close he was to his son, being to his brother, so that they could set him up to be next in line. And that's why I feel like Janet wanted no parts, because Michael wasn't like that. Michael putting his sunglasses on. He's not going to help y'all do nothing to get to the next level. Help yourself.
my other issue with it too is I remember watching the Grammys. I remember
Right.
watching the Super Bowl where Michael performed.
Motown
I remember
25.
watching Motown
They
25.
did the most on 25.
Like,
Oh, that's the best
but,
one.
But when you watch it, like when you remember like what it felt like to watch Michael do what Michael did back then, and then you see Jafar impersonate him, there is a disconnect.
Of course.
There is a disconnect, and I'm like, oh damn, like that ain't it.
Trying to tell you.
Yeah.
And I think that's a reason I was able to kind of absorb it the way I did. And,
Right.
and
'Cause
all
you got
of
a real fan.
the Michael content. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm able to be objective about it. I'm like, hey, this got good songs.
Right.
I like the songs a lot. Like he got
Right.
good songs. We like cool, but I'm not connected to him
Wow.
like that.
Got you.
So it's like
Wow.
when I see that,
All right, I want to stop this conversation.
And you know
I'm
what
going to the
also makes
movie
you're gonna have to stay strong.
right when I leave here.
It's gonna- you gonna enjoy-
I wanna
it's
say
not a
strong.
bad-
I feel like
there's nothing bad about the
I'm
film.
looking forward
There's
to
only,
the popcorn.
The great thing is that you
iPad,
already know
like,
the story of
I
Michael
do know
Jackson.
the story,
so
but
you
it's
good.
like-
Nah, Joe Jackson's Green Eyes.
that was the
And
that
Michael-
was the
that was the start of the movie.
That was the star.
That was the start of the
And
movie.
okay, this is the one critique I have.
Y'all just gonna keep going.
light skinned Michael.
No, the one critique I have, I feel like Nia Long. I feel like they wasted Nia Long.
You can't waste Neil Long.
No, I mean, here goes the thing. Nia Long as Catherine.
I heard
How do
she
I
did
say
an
this?
amazing
No,
job.
so first of all,
She
Nia
didn't do-
Long doesn't have to do anything
That's
on
what I'm
screen in order for you to appreciate her.
Right, but it's not like she was Nia Long on screen. She was Catherine.
She was
But she's
Catherine.
an actress.
No, you're
That's
missing what I'm saying.
They do.
It was Nia
They
Short. She
do
never
someone
So I
else.
think the theme was though is that Catherine wielded a power that was quiet and that was subdued, that was understated.
Yeah.
And so Nia was trying to, I guess, embody that. But Nia is just Nia. She's so
Yeah.
Nia, where it's like even when she's trying to be understated, I'm like.